Hi, it's Ileana. So today I am going to be talking about information that pertains to people wanting to know something from you or about you. Please be careful. I received an email today asking, would like to know more about your services. There are many people claiming they do upgrades, etc. I would like to know more about you, your intention, and your source. I am not going to answer that email because honestly, if somebody wants to know about my services, about who I am, then the type of upgrades that I do in sessions or anything else, that's publicly on my website. I don't release any information about who I am, my intention, and what my source is. That's very clear on my website. So if somebody, a healer or psychic or somebody who's doing stuff publicly or a public speaker receives that kind of an email, be very careful with it. It could be catfishing. They might be looking for information on you for very specific purposes for their own stuff. So I'm not going to answer that type of a email because, again, anything anyone wants to know about me, it's on my websites. Messages from a Star Traveler, Awakening Cosmic Reality Show on my YouTube channel. I'm very public. Anything that I talk about, what my intentions are, who I work with, the source, who do I work with to do upgrades? I work with the Arcturians, or I work with the Pleiadians, the Andromedans, the Lyrans, and many other positive extraterrestrial collectives. I only work with positive beings. My intention is to help people. I'm a healer, I'm a psychic, I'm an Akashic Records reader and a remote viewer. My intention is to help people. And the source, I work with Source Creator for channeling stuff, intuitive channeling. I work with the highest, most positive beings in the universes. That's who I work with. That's the source. My intention is to provide answers for people, to provide healing, to provide guidance in teaching and learning resources. This is who I am. I'm Ileana, the Star Traveler. This is what I do. I'm a public speaker as well. My intention is always to provide something useful to people as a learning and teaching opportunity. That's also what I do. That's my intention. But again, please be careful with these types of questions because those questions are things that sometimes can pop up in emails, or questions can pop up in chats or forums, wherever people present their information. So please be careful if you're being asked personal questions or questions that you feel very uncomfortable answering. Don't answer them. This is information about yourself, perhaps private things that need to be kept private. So I trust my intuitive guidance, and this question, several of these questions seem a bit leading and a bit forward to me, so I would never answer them in an email. I'm answering them right now publicly, who and what I am and what I do. And I will be sending this person who sent this email to me this response like this in the form of a public video reply. So thank you, audience member. Thank you, whoever you are, for asking these questions. This is a great example, and I've answered your questions to the best of my ability. I don't claim to be something that I'm not. I do DNA infusions, I do energy healing, I do Akashic Records reading. I connect to people's soul energy. This is how I work. I connect to the soul energy and frequency of people to provide guidance, to provide answers, to look into life experiences. And the DNA infusions are done with the positive ETs. It's energetic transference of the DNA infusions from the ETs through me to the person receiving the DNA infusions. Not sure what you mean by other upgrades. I never interfere with human DNA, and neither do the ETs. So the DNA transference that they do, it does not interfere with human DNA. It either goes side by side with it or overlapping the human DNA. And any energetic healing or upgrades that a person receives is with their permission, and it's for their highest good. I never do anything without a person's permission in the sessions themselves. Any type of sessions that I do or services, I don't interfere with a person's soul path, their healing, their energy. I'm here to help with healing, not to interfere with anything. And I don't claim to be what I'm not. I am very transparent. Everything that I do is again listed on my websites, my YouTube channel. Anyone who wants to know what type of services I do, they're more than welcome to have a look at the websites. Messages from a Star Traveler. You can type it into the search engine and it comes up easily. When we're reading emails, it's sometimes hard to figure out what the intent is of the person, what they're really after. Sometimes emails can even be scams to get more information from you, personal things. I don't think the person who sent me that email was necessarily doing anything wrong or had a bad intention. It's just their questions are a bit leading. So I thought I would share that example and show people what types of questions you could receive if you're a healer, a psychic, public speaker. And again, I've sort of learned to not answer in writing those types of leading questions because I don't know how the person who is the sender is going to use that information. Is it going to be used positively? They're just asking for wanting to know more about who we are, if they want to work with us or not. Is it just for themselves because they genuinely want to know that we're trustworthy, that we have the good intention, the right intention, what sources we work with, what energies we work with, what services we do? If it's just for their own reference to get to know us better, that's great. But sometimes it's more than that, and they're looking for something specific that you respond with, and then they'll use it for something else that might not be for your highest good. It's hard to judge intent just by the email, but for me, those questions were a bit leading. So I thought, why not answer them publicly so everybody could see what my answers were? Genuinely, honestly, answering those questions and my thought about this email. I think it's an interesting email, and it's a good example of what people could ask us and why. I'm curious, what's the intent of this person? Are they trying to figure out who I am and what I do, or is there something more here? I think they just want to know who I am and if they can trust me to work with them, perhaps. That's, I think, what the intent of the questions are. So hopefully the answers help them out to figure out if my energy is genuine and positive and it's helpful to them. I hope I've answered these questions. Thank you so much, and namaste.